Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Dee again, and welcome to the Interstate with Dee. Today is Saturday, December 14th, 2024. Welcome back to our trip on the Interstate. What we do here is present news from the state level that will end up having national importance later, or news that made it into the national news cycle but was overshadowed. Then we go over some questions from y'all. On this date, December 14th, in 1911, a Norwegian explorer and his team reached the South Pole, becoming the first known people to reach the planet's southernmost point. Okay, and on to the news. Arizona's Attorney General is suing a Saudi company over excessive groundwater pumping. According to the AG, the company grows crops for export, and the excessive water pumping is damaging other wells in the area. Also in Arizona, some Republicans are expressing relief that Kari Lake has been tapped by the Trump team to head up VOA. Many Arizona Republicans have felt she was dragging down the party in the state, with one saying, "Now she's the world's problem." In Hawaii, a woman at a Honolulu City Council meeting referred to Hawaiian as a dead language. That obviously brought a backlash because thousands of people speak Hawaiian in their homes, and it's an official language of the state. In Idaho, or maybe this should be listed as Oregon, a group of people are requesting Trump's support to take part of Oregon and make it part of Idaho. The movement to redraw the state's borders is known as the Greater Idaho Movement. The Montana Supreme Court has left a temporary block in place against a law that would have prohibited some medical care for trans youth. In Nevada, charges against 6 Republicans alleged to have been involved in the fake elector scheme in 2020 have been refiled. The original charges were said to have been filed in the wrong venue. Also in Nevada, the current Attorney General Aaron Ford has expressed interest in running for governor. Over the skies of New Jersey, a large amount of drones that are of unknown origins have made people feel uneasy. Despite some rumors to the contrary, the Pentagon has ruled out the possibility of them coming from an Iranian mothership off the coast. The military said they were able to rule this out because there is no Iranian ship off the coast. Some lawmakers are suggesting military intervention. Some of the things being claimed as drones are just private aircraft. New York has mandated that EpiPens are covered by insurance, and out-of-pocket expenses are capped at $100. In North Carolina, Republicans seem to be ignoring the will of the voters and are using the legislature to strip some powers from the incoming governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and the person over their public schools. The Republican legislature overrode a governor's veto to enact the changes. South Carolina Republicans reportedly plan to introduce legislation to make abortion a capital offense, and the legislation appears to create a mandatory minimum of 30 years. It would also seem to enact a total ban because it would create the penalty starting at, quote, the moment of fertilization. In South Dakota, back in April, there were a number of cats that were suspected of contracting H5N1. A new study has confirmed that it was in fact avian flu. In West Virginia, a newly elected state lawmaker was arrested after allegedly making threats to kill other lawmakers. He is facing 1 felony count. Wisconsin approved a massive solar power project. It will generate 1.3 gigawatts of electricity. That's enough for about 200,000 homes. And here's your weird state fact for this week. New Mexico has an official state question. As far as I can tell, it's the only state with an official state question. The question is, red or green? And it's referencing the kind of chili sauce you would like with your food. Okay, so moving on to the question and answer portion of the show. Question number 1. D. Got a state news question. Why are different government agencies giving so many different numbers when it comes to the drones over New Jersey? They range from 180 to over 800. If they can't figure that out, maybe this whole thing is overblown. What does Dana think they are? The huge difference in numbers mostly depends on how they're trying to frame it. The larger numbers seem to be based on counts that include individual reports, and the lower numbers seem to be based on incidents. So if at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, there was a drone over Main Street in Anytown, New Jersey, that was reported by 20 people, the high number count would include all 20 reports. The lower number count would count that as one incident. Those who are trying to really get a lot of play out of this politically tend to be using the higher numbers. Dana joked about how it seems like a test of a covert U.S. government system sparked hysteria, and now people are reporting everything in the sky to include just normal private planes. Question number 2. Is there any way to know which states would be hit heaviest by Canada stopping their electricity exports to the U.S.? This seems like something people should really get ready for. As of right now, it's only Ontario that has been confirmed to be considering that move. That could change. There could be other places in Canada that might be considering it, but they aren't talking about it publicly. Knowing which states would be hit by Ontario stopping electricity exports is easy: Michigan, New York, and Minnesota. But the bigger concern is that there's also talk of restricting oil exports from Canada in some way, or adding an export tax. That would primarily hit the Northeast and Midwest, but we'd feel that almost everywhere. Question number 3. D. Please, please, please don't merge all 3 shows into the Roads Not Taken. The current schedule is integrated with my coffee routine. I would suggest just keeping the normal schedule and then just adding the Q&A sections from your show and Dana's show to the end of Bells. That's not really a question, but I think people would like that much better, and it would introduce Roads Not Taken viewers to the other shows. Yes. So very few people wanted them blended. What do y'all think of this idea? Okay, that looks like it. We'll see you next week for another trip. Y'all have a good day.